Well, Akron faith leaders do not believe that the Akron Police Department is holding their officers accountable, and they want them to start doing that.
They're outraged after police were cleared in the shooting death of 15-year-old Jasmine Tucker.
First at 4, Aria Janelle is live. Aria, what changes do they want to see happen?
Well, there are a few things these faith leaders want the city to rethink. One of those is putting officers on paid leave while officer-involved shooting deaths are being investigated. They think they should go unpaid. They say your tax dollars shouldn't be paying for that.
Is this good police work? I mean, can they clap that they got their assailant?
Akron clergy say they're sick and tired, fed up with constantly pleading for changes within the police department. Their latest call for reform comes after a grand jury decided to not indict the Akron police officer who shot and killed 15-year-old Jasmine Tucker. The teen was shot twice in the back on Thanksgiving night last year. Police did find a gun on the teen afterward, zipped up in a jacket pocket. Tucker's aunt spoke on Monday.
So if that's their training, God help us all.
Members of the Greater Akron Fellowship of Clergy say their message is straightforward. They support the police, but not all of their tactics.
I hate it when people assume because we say something about injustice that we're against police. Let's make it clear, I'm not against the police by any means. What I'm against is police brutality.
The group is asking the city to consider making several changes, including giving the Police Oversight Board more power. They don't want police using personal long guns, and they want officers suspended that have reported use of force reports. They say they may have to put some of these items on a ballot.
And we're waiting for a meeting with the mayor to see if we're going to have to go through that process or if they're just going to do the right things by the 200,000 people that live in this city.
The group tells me they have sent their recommendations to the mayor's office, but they haven't heard back. They say not getting a response is not an option for them. I also reached out to the city. They told me no comment at this time. Live here in Akron, I'm Aria Janelle, 19 News.